There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's...
Child, did Diddy really try to eliminate Wendy Williams for exposing him? Wendy Williams has been trying to expose Diddy's dark ways for years, including his mistreatment of Cassie and his DL lifestyle. And get this, Diddy was so desperate to keep his secrets that he allegedly put out a hit on Wendy and tried to unalive her to protect his secrets. But it looks like he can't hide anymore because more and more people are speaking on how he tried to take Wendy out. And y'all, this is one big stinking mess. Okay, so y'all know how I've been saying that there is so much more to this Diddy situation and how things are going to get way worse for Diddy once more people start speaking up. Well, I wasn't wrong on that because new information just came to light to prove that Diddy allegedly tried to take many people out in the industry, especially Wendy Williams. Now, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I think that I speak for a lot of people when I say that Wendy probably isn't the most liked person in Hollywood circles because many celebs have talked about how much they don't like her just because of how messy she is. It's not hard to see why they wouldn't be her biggest fans because Wendy was always out here spilling tea on celebs. Nothing could ever slip by her unnoticed because she always had her ears to the streets and knew everything that was going on behind the scenes. Plus, she always called celebs out on their BS and they did not like that. But as it turns out, not only did Diddy not like Wendy, but he allegedly tried to unalive her once because she was about to expose him in a big way and he couldn't have that happen to him. So according to the reports, Diddy and Wendy's issues go way back to the 90s when Wendy was working at Hot 97 in 1994. At the time, Diddy's Bad Boy record label was only a year old, but the label was doing well because it had big names like Lil' Kim, the Notorious B.I.G., Faith Evans, the girl group Total, and many more. Bad Boy used Hot 97 to promote their artists and play their songs on the radio. Well, somewhere along the line, Wendy said something that Diddy didn't like, and instead of having a mature conversation with her about it, he asked the members of Total to pull up at her work and fight her.
I remember I got off the air one day and them Total downstairs waiting and everybody upstairs at the radio station is looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down. I wasn't yet married. My knight in shining armor screeched up in his car just out of nowhere. I didn't even know what was about to happen. Skell hiding like a girl. Thanks, Skell. I'm standing in the door like, what? And I'm literally about to go through. Now, I'm not like, what, let's fight, because I'm not one of those type of broads.
It's wild that Diddy would send his artists to do his dirty work while he just sat back and watched what would happen. There have been rumors about him treating his artists badly over the years, but him sending them out to fight a DJ is just unhinged. But if y'all know Miss Wendy, then y'all know that she wasn't going to let a pesky little thing like almost getting beat up stop her from spilling the tea. And she didn't. A couple of months after that, she came across a picture of Diddy's rival, Suge Knight, playing with Diddy's son, Justin Combs, and she planned to leak it to the world. For some context, this would have been very embarrassing for Diddy on so many levels. At the time, Diddy was denying being Justin's father, claiming that Misa Hilton was trying to baby trap him with someone else's baby. But then, a lot of people didn't buy this, and they believed that Diddy was just trying to escape responsibility. So to see his rival play a fatherly role to Justin would have gotten him mocked big time in the media, and if there is something that we know about Diddy, it's that he loves to save face. But that was not the only thing that Wendy was about to leak, because she had been talking for a while about how Diddy was gay and on the down low. At the time, homophobia in the rap industry was at an all-time high, and it was starting to affect Diddy's reputation. Even more, sources claimed that Wendy had come across a picture of Diddy and a man where the man was pulling Diddy's shorts down, and she was going to leak it as proof of what she was saying. Well, Diddy couldn't have this, and he pulled some strings to get her fired from Hot 97, threatening to get the radio station blacklisted if they didn't fire Wendy.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such.
And Wendy wasn't capping, because Diddy's bodyguard, Gene Deal, has also come forward to talk about how far Diddy went to make sure that Wendy got fired and couldn't leak the picture.
Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull us down, some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like he was gay, something like that. And she was going to put it out. So they stopped her from putting it out.
And they got her fired from High 97 because of that.
There were also reports that Diddy allegedly threatened to unalive Wendy and made threats to her life and her family's well-being. And this explains why we have never seen the picture to this day. But there's still more, because Wendy actually hinted at Diddy putting paws on Cassie and treating her badly. Of course, this happened way back in 2018 before people knew about this side of Diddy. Diddy and Cassie had just broken up, and Wendy has some interesting commentary about it.
You know, my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them, because if you use your head, you never know when they're gonna pop up on the scene. Like, he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay? Pay people off at the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like, I'm already paranoid as a person. But to know that somebody could actually swoop down on me in the middle of nothing.
But this was not the only time she spoke about it, because in another interview, she talked about how Diddy treated Cassie like a possession throughout their relationship. This was after Diddy tried to win her back on Instagram, saying, "If anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times. A lot of people thought that it was romantic, but Wendy could see right through this, and she had this to say.
I suggest don't use social media, though, to reach out. I think this was a grand overture from Puffy. I don't believe he really wants her back. I believe he probably treated her at some particular point like a possession, like a possession. And if you really care, then you'd reach out privately.
This is some wild, wild stuff. And I just know that Wendy is sitting somewhere and laughing because she really tried to tell us, but we somehow didn't clock the tea. Fans left comments saying, Wendy Williams has been exposing Puff and others regarding their foul play when she was on the radio. He even tried to get Toto before they blew up to jump her. Y'all owe Wendy Williams an apology. She was right about Diddy. And this don't surprise me one bit, because I know Diddy did it. He had everything to do with Wendy Williams and her radio show and made Cassie shaved both sides of her head bald, and she had depression afterwards. Diddy man under the jail ain't enough. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about Wendy spilling this tea on Diddy long ago and Diddy trying to take her out for it. And if you enjoyed this video, then you'll love the next one even more.